Here we go! All right, guys, the big day is here. This is the Outlaw Beach Ball Blower Bonanza Special Edition. I've got 5 of the most powerful battery handheld leaf blowers that have ever been made right there. Today, we're gonna find out what is the most powerful. Now, these blowers all cost over $300. That's what's special about this video. If you're looking for a more affordable leaf blower, no problem. There'll be links right down below to more affordable ones, $100 to $200, $200 to $300. So you're gonna find out what blower will work best for you. But if you're one of those guys like me who needs the most powerful, this is the video you're gonna want to watch. So since we're reviewing the Outlaw blowers today, meaning they can cost $300 all the way up to $550, we're gonna do something a little different. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go through each blower with you. I'm gonna talk about its features and kind of give you some insight as to what I think of the blower. So the first one we're checking out is right here. This is a Dewalt 600 CFM 125 mile per hour blower. Now this blower sells for $481, which means it kind of just went up in price. I think it was like around $399 just a few weeks ago, and we're seeing that happen with a lot of these tools. So if you're looking for one, you see a good price, jump on it. Now the other thing about this blower is it weighs 9.5 pounds. So of course, we're going to talk about battery. This is a Dewalt Flex Volt battery, meaning it can power 20 volt tools and 60 volt tools. Now, the one thing you're going to see on the side there, it says 9 amp hours. Well, in this case, it's actually not. It's 3 amp hours. So that's how it works. If you use the 60 volt, the amp hours drops. Now, the one thing I'm going to tell you about this blower, and you're seeing it right here, is kind of the fit and finish, in my opinion, is not really good. It feels clumsy. Also, when you're using it, vibrates a lot. So for those guys out there who are Team Red, I've got you covered here today, no problem. I've actually got 2 Milwaukees in this category. The first one is this one right here. This is the Milwaukee 450 CFM 120 mile per hour blower. It comes with a M18 5 amp hour battery. This guy right here, I know some of you are familiar with that. Now this blower doesn't come cheap. That's why Milwaukee's got 2 in this category. This one sells for $330. That includes blower, battery, and charger. And the other thing that I have to say about this blower is it's really compact, which I like, and it only weighs 7 pounds, so it's the lightest in the category. So the next blower we're going to be checking out today is right here. This is the Ego 765 CFM 200 mile per hour blower. That's right, guys, I said 200 mile per hour blower, which means it is the most powerful blower supposedly that we're gonna be testing in today's category. Now this blower sells for $338 and includes a 56 volt 5 amp hour battery. Check out the power meter on that. Now I'm gonna tell you, you're definitely gonna wanna keep an eye on this blower because Ego won the $100 to $200 category and the $200 to $300 category. We're checking out today is right here. This is the Ryobi 730 CFM 190 mile per hour blower. This blower is powered by a 40 volt 4 amp hour battery right here. This is part of their 40 volt collection, and it sells for $330 and weighs around 9 pounds. Now what's special about this blower is it's part of their Whisper series, which means it's supposed to be a really quiet blower. You can see in the back here, they have all this baffling, which is supposed to keep it quiet. Now the problem is all that baffling adds weight, and I personally, I can hear it sounds different, but I don't think it's worth some of this on there. So as I said, for you guys who are Team Red, got you covered. Here's the second Milwaukee we're gonna be testing today. Check this thing out. It's a dual battery blower. Now, I have to say this blower feels like Milwaukee was just like, we gotta like build one of the strongest, most powerful blowers we can come up with, and this is what they got. Now it does come at a serious price. It's the most expensive blower in this category, $550. So this is a 600 CFM 145 mile per hour blower is how it's rated. It does include 2 M18s. These are both 6 amp hour batteries. And the other thing about it is Milwaukee's just, I think they were just like, we got to do it. This blower is the heaviest blower in the field at 11 pounds. Really excited to see how this one performs. All right, guys, it is finally time to start this outlaw test. We better get this going before my head absolutely pops off. So what I've got here is I've got all the blowers are fully charged. They're all set to max power turbo. And today we're looking for runtime of these blowers and also the height that they push those balls. Obviously, the higher means the most powerful. We're gonna finally get some results today, and there's no arguing with this, guys. It's done. Here we go. So we just finished the test of these outlaw blowers, and there's definitely a pattern here. So here's what it is. I think, oddly enough, in this group, it's not one of those cases where you pay for what you get. In fact, some of the most expensive blowers in this category didn't perform the best. So let me go through the lineup and we'll talk about that. First off, we had the Milwaukee. This is the dual battery Milwaukee 600 CFM. This thing sells for $550, and it was definitely mid-pack. It wasn't the first to die, but it wasn't definitely the last, and it also didn't push that ball up that high. So let's move along. Next, we have the Dewalt. The Dewalt, again, is $481. This is pretty expensive. Nothing really impressive here. Move along here, the Ego. So this is one we need to talk about. So the Ego definitely lifted the ball the highest through most of the test. Now, it didn't run as long as the Ryobi, which I had to switch batteries on, but the Ryobi's ball wasn't as high. So I think if I throttled back the Ego to the same speed as the Ryobi, the run times would have been about equivalent. Move along here. This is the Milwaukee. This one, actually, I don't mind. It's $320, so it's one of the lower priced in this category. It's small, so that's what it's got going for it. It definitely raised the ball the lowest out of all these blowers here today, but it is small and it's light. So I think this one's okay. Now, lastly, we've got the Ryobi here. This is one we need to talk about because Ryobi is basically saying this is the most powerful handheld battery leaf blower made, and you can see today it's not. Now, it does include 2 batteries, so I have to swap the batteries. Odd thing is, when I put the second battery in, you'd think it would raise that ball higher than the Ego, and it didn't. It did run the longest, but again, a lot of that runtime, the ball wasn't that high. So the Ryobi and the Ego are both the same price at $330. I think, based on the results today, the Ego makes the most sense of all these blowers right here in terms of bang for your buck. So with that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, like this video. Also, if you want to see the other 2 videos in this series, I'll have links to them somewhere over there, down here, maybe up there, over there. They'll be around, trust me, just look for them. And when we started this series, it was actually really hot. Now it's getting chilly cold, so that means we're moving on to snow stools. Did I say stools? Woo. I mean snow tools. You're gonna want to make sure you see that, so make sure you stick around, and I'll see you.